Hey coin collectors, Dan the Collecting Man here. Today I want to talk about a myth and legend within Australian coins, specifically the 1992 $1 Mob of Roos. It's kind of a coin that has captured the imagination of coin collectors to see, is it real? Does it actually exist or not? There's a lot of stories around the actual coin itself, and it's one of those that no collectors have actually ever seen. So if you look on the Australian Mint website, and I'll show you this here now as we go under $1 coins, and we scroll down not too far to 1992. It was only the third alleged Mob of Roos coins ever made, that there was this coin that is there and has been minted to 8,000. So a very, very low mintage for coins if you consider the ones prior to that. And if you're looking just above it, in 1989, 1990 and 1991, there were no coins produced, $1 coins. So it just shows that this was a very limited and very small number of coins. And for them to put them in the annual report and still have it on the website makes you think, does this coin actually exist? Was it there or not? Or is it some kind of error? And a lot of people think that it is a bit of an error when it comes to coin collecting, that when they did the annual report, they accidentally put it in there. But why would you do that? Why would you accidentally put a coin in a report and still keep it there and still not try and verify it and get it corrected to this day? Because 1992 was a long, long time ago, 20 plus years. To still have it in there is a very odd one. So the proof sets and uncirculated sets for 1992 was the Barcelona Olympics coin. So they had the $1 coin with the javelin, person holding the javelin looking like they're about to throw the javelin. So that is the actual $1 coin that was released that year. So if you have a look at the reports, a lot of years, there's special edition $1 coins. So the $1 Mob of Roos isn't produced that frequently compared to other coins. So you can't get the Mob of Roos for 1992 in proof sets or uncirculated sets or any other way. So it's very odd that that happened. So for the very first one, this is the 1984. This is the very first $1 coin that was produced in 1984. They produced 186.3 million. So a very, very high number. So that is huge. If you consider how many Australians there are, that is a huge number. Then the following year, the 1985, they produced 96.2 million of these. So another huge number. So when you consider those large numbers at 186 million, to then the third alleged year only do 8,000 after not producing for 3 years is a very odd circumstance as well. You'd think it'd be into the high millions, and subsequent years after that has definitely been in the millions. So it's very odd to only have produced a very low number. But this has happened before where they've produced some low numbers. So I'll go through the lowest known $1 coins that have been produced. So we have seen in 2016 the changeover coin. This is a special edition one, but the one without the C mint was produced to only 560,000, which is still a high number, but that is very low considering the other coins where they're in the high millions. This is still a very collectible one. So if you've got the one without the little C on it, this one was only produced to 5,000. But if you've got the non-special edition, the one that is in circulation, that is definitely a very collectible one to get. And the next lowest one, that's probably the lowest one that has gone into circulation, is this one here. So luckily I've been able to get a roll of these. This is the 2021 with only 160,000. So 160,000 is definitely very, very low considering the other ones at 186 million. That's why these ones are very collectible and why I've got them in this sort of special roll here that keeps them from moving around. So I was able to get a whole lot that have never been touched, and you can see that looks pretty cool. So these are very collectible, and these only came out about a year or so ago. So even though it was 2001 coins, they came out in 2023 at the Melbourne Money Fair where they had the coin swap. So people are hoping that maybe one day that 1992 one might come out somehow. But there has been low mintages like this before. So it actually happened in 2023. Obviously the Queen had passed and the Royal Mint weren't able to put coins with the Queen's effigy into circulation. But they had produced some coins. And these are these ones here that I'm lucky enough to have got some. These are the Queen Memorial Years of Reign, and these are your standard coins with all the different key animals on there. So they're not the ones that were in proof sets or uncirculated sets. These are the ones that came in another set. These were only made to 7,102, so just slightly lower of the 8,000. But these at least were released, but I think they were kind of in an uncirculated condition, and luckily I was able to get them graded and to keep them safe, because I think these will be very collectible in the long term. So you won't find any platypus for 2023 with the Queen Memorial Years of Reign unless it's one of these special editions. So only 7,000 of those, so very, very hard to get those. They did do special edition coins with the Queen Memorial Years of Reign, but they didn't have your standard reverse on it. So that's what you're looking out for. They didn't do the $1. $1 was a special edition coin. I think it was Under the Sea, or was one of those kind of ones that was around. But that is one that at least was released, and people didn't know until after the fact of the low mintage. So who knows, they still might release it, but they have already said, and they've told me personally, that they will not release any more coins with Queen Elizabeth on the obverse. So that means that's the final mintage of these ones. So it's a wonder how many they actually produced and what happened to the ones that they didn't actually send out. Is it a special edition one? But these are definitely very collectible. It's nice to have some low minted coins, but I think a lot of people would love to know what happened to the 1992 $1. And it doesn't sound right to me that there was an actual error in the actual annual report, and they've still kept that on the website as a genuine figure of a minted number. And given the fact that even I think the years after that there wasn't a Mob of Roos made, so for all those years and to all suddenly do one and then not do it again sounds a very odd error to make. So are they sitting at someone from the Royal Australian Mint's home? Is it in someone's safe, or what's happened to it? Because no one's ever seen it in circulation, and certainly can't purchase it or buy it or find it. So I'd love to know what everyone else thinks about that. Have they heard of this myth, and have they been looking for it? Because a lot of people like myself, we collect these folders and we like to do years runs. So I like to do all the year runs and all the special edition ones, and that's something that I personally like to collect, of all the different coins. And obviously you got that missing hole, because the report says there should be one for 1992, but it just doesn't exist. So if you are hunting out for it to fill up your coin collection, it seems to be a myth, and it seems to be a misprint in an annual report. But I'd love to know the messages below if anyone else has got any more information on that coin and what they personally think about it, and if they know any more facts that I haven't covered off here today. So if you found this informative, make sure you do give us a thumbs up, and there's a link down below for a shout out to buy me a coffee for the channel, just a little support for the channel and all of the work that I do. Make sure if you're not yet subscribed to Dan the Collecting Man, get your subscription in. We've got a lot of cool information and content about coin collecting, just to keep people informed about this amazing hobby. And as always, thanks so much for watching and joining the coin collecting community. I'll catch you in my next video. Dan.